Happy Sunday, everybody. How are you all doing? For me, Sundays are always slow. And waiting for Abel, possibly the slowest. But price you pay if you want to play with your buddies. There's always that one in the room you have to wait for. So, while we wait for him, I will be playing some Subnautica. Doing a little bit of grinding here and there. Maybe we'll kill a Reaper Leviathan on the side too. We'll definitely bring this back as far as solo series go. Hope y'all enjoyed the Rising Hell stream yesterday. That is currently a VOD on my Twitch channel. And it will become a YouTube video as well. So, stay tuned for that, for any of you who subscribe to my YouTube channel, or at least follow me on YouTube. So, yeah. Hope y'all are having a good day, morning, afternoon, evening, and night on this fine Sunday. Grab yourself something to eat, something to drink. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoy the stream. Abel is also in the call, so you'll be hearing him back and forth as well. Okay. August of 2023.
What's that?
It's been like 7 months since I played Subnautica.
Yes, but you have one of the most VA PCs on the planet right now. Your hard drives are powered by MSI and Samsung, respectively, to the best brand on the market or anything.
Yeah. One thing I did differently within that 7-month interval from me playing this game. I don't know if any of you noticed it in my previous stream VODs, but if you look closely, no more screen tear. No more screen tear.
Well, that shouldn't happen anyway because your new video card.
It was a setting on Subnautica that I overlooked, that I didn't see. And it involved VSync. Fix the VSync, and boom. No screen tear.
Let me guess, you have it off.
Wrong again. It's on.
Some games are going to happen on summer camp. My brother, I can understand why a lot of people, like, this is one of those technical tips that when we talk about it in the stream, should be left in.
Yeah.
But for people who don't know, only use VSync if you don't have a lot of flashes and a lot of visual stuff on the screen, or can crash it. But VSync limits your refresh rate to your monitor. If you exceed your monitor's frame rate, yes, you will screen tear, 100%.
Yeah, funny enough, it was turned off, and I got the screen tearing anyway. So, want to explain that one?
Yes, because Subnautica was not set to your monitor. Subnautica was not manually set to your refresh rate of your monitor, that's why.
Ah. That is strange. Maybe it's just me, but that is strange.
No, it's not inherently strange because some games allow you to manually set it, some will not.
Ah.
Older ones, for example, will not. So Resident Evil 5, you cannot go past 30, period, if you're going to stream it. Like, if you're going to stream it, well, let me rephrase that. If you're going to stream it on Discord, Cody and I tried that. We had to set it to 30, no higher, where we will crash. It will not run in 60.
Ah. Also, let me know if you can hear Abel effectively. Let me know if he sounds fine in the chat. He's currently doing his laundry, hence the reason for the wait. So, yeah. I'm sorry, Abel, you were saying?
What's that? Some older games, you can't, that you don't have that many advanced options. Most newer games will allow you to set it to the refresh rate in your monitor. I'm gonna say probably somewhere between 2008, 2010, and newer, they might, but most of them by 2012, 2016 usually will. But you're talking like mid to the end of life of Windows XP. That's when they really started to let you mess with it a lot. PC games are like games that start on PC, usually 90% of the time will let you mess with it. Most people are afraid to, but I wholeheartedly encourage people, find out what your refresh rate is, set it to that, don't go above it. If you don't want it to screw up.
Right. Right. Okay, so safe shallows to the grassy plains all the way to the dunes. I wonder if someone has actually been able to create an entire base that covers the entire crater without it, like, slowing the frick down your computer.
If you're running that 3060 with 12 gigs, yes.
Genuinely curious. Because that is the end goal for this game, is to build a base that covers the entire crater, allowing you to just walk to each and every biome in this game.
Well, if you have one of those 12 gig 3060s, like what Cody has on his computer, yes, you 100% can. Especially if you have an i9.
Let's see here.
Ryzen. Alright, it's gonna be loud for a minute, so I'm gonna mute it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh boy.
Let's see. May need a health pack. I believe I installed a thermal plant, or a thermal reactor. So we should have no problems with power. I'll have to look outside. We killed, I think, like 1 or 2 Reapers at the front of the dunes. Thanks to our gasopod friends. Okay, yep. We built all the way down here.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen
Yep,
efficiency
that's what I
decreased.
thought. Yep. Oh, I forgot about you. I forgot about you. The most annoying piece of shit in the game is you. I forgot about the warpers. I established last stream that the most annoying life form on this currently is, in fact, the warpers, not the leviathans. I do remember that. I do, in fact, remember that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, and then we went farther into the dunes. There is yet another Reaper over here that I know I spotted thanks to my radar. We're going to be making lots of scanner rooms in this case. That is for sure. Funny enough, you actually can use this to look for Reaper Leviathans. Okay, which cameras are these? Which cameras are these? 3 and 4. Okay. Three and 4, yeah. Yeah. Silver ore. The silence is definitely discerning a bit. Because I remember last time I found a Reaper around here somewhere. I do remember a Reaper over here somewhere. It was like roaring really loud in the distance. It's even harder to see because it's dark out. I thought so. I thought so. Yep, there it is. There's our ugly friend. Yep, there it is. Right there. Old ugly. Your time is coming, that I do know. But not right now. Okay, gotta get some more quartz, gotta get more titanium. There's definitely a lot we're gonna need for this. Because not only do we need to build more outward here, we need to build downward. Okay, right where it belongs. I don't think I made a entrance, did I? Yeah. No, I didn't. Okay. I know we went to the Sparse Reef, and then we went to, like, Sea Treader's Path. We went to the Sparse Reef, Sea Treader's Path, and there's a mushroom forest on the left side of me we went to for numerous forms of resources. I do remember this. Gotta check my inventory. Not this inventory, but the inventory back in the grassy plateau. Oh, maybe that was a bioreactor, which is why the power is starting to go down. Once we get a good holdout on the thermal reactors in the dunes, we should be lit as far as power goes. Hey Azula, how's it going? Oh. Maybe a Twitch moment. It's not your fault. It's probably a Twitch moment. Where Twitch doesn't notify or send notifications out, because I know you have it on. Oh. Oh, so you pulled an Abel, basically. I thought Abel was the only one who sleeps in the voice channel. Silly goose. Okay, let's go down to here.
That runs in the family now.
Yeah. Both you and your brother,
I
man.
try not to do it, but I get tired enough of this out. At least takes it in there. There's not other people listening to the song in there. Me, I'd pass out in there with people still in there.
Yeah. Let's see here. Any magnetite in here?
Not as bad as he snores louder than I do. Surprised we didn't hear it. I'm gonna drive no finger for that one, guaranteed.
It was purely by accident. Okay. What do we got here? Okay.
Well, none of us do it on purpose, bro. None of us do it on purpose.
Sand
that one day I
shark.
didn't mean to do it with just on there.
Yeah, hope I heard that
I
wrong.
can't believe just beat up with me again last.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, no magnetite.
Joe.
What about Shadow?
I can't believe he stayed up as late as he did last night. I'm surprised.
What the fuck is he divulging personal info like that? That twat.
It's not like anybody has really seen your face, dude, so they really don't know. I'm not ashamed to admit I snore.
Yeah.
You told me I snore.
Yes.
I mean, now, people see your face or whatnot. I mean, they've seen me, so I
Yeah.
don't really care, so.
Yeah, you voluntarily decided to do that with your, with the, spectate streams. When it comes down to Resident Evil 4. We all snore. Let's be honest. We all snore.
No, there's actually one person I know of that doesn't.
I'm talking about amongst the three of us. Okay, I have oodles of lithium. I got too much lithium to count. Titanium, I have 24. I need more titanium.
Joe, I know among if you count Joe, he's the only one I know that doesn't snore that I know of.
Oh.
I could be very wrong. Yeah.
Eh. It's not like you guys have sleepovers. We're all too old for that.
I feel like there's some stuff from your childhood that's okay to keep, and some stuff that you eventually do gotta grow up. There's like, especially for people who got kids, definitely the thing I found helping my brother raise our 3 younger cousins, that you really have to find a balance, especially when you have children, between maturity and immaturity, because if you're too mature and too adult, you can't have fun at the kids' level. You just can't enjoy life with them. And you miss out on their younger years waiting on them to get...
Let's see. Oh yeah, the scanner room should be over here. I forgot. Yeah. It's trying to find a balance. It's trying to find a balance. That's basically all you need to do.
Yeah, but it's more along the lines of the fact that a kid's younger years, especially like around between like 5 to like 15, really are their growing and really their learning phases. So they really if you don't teach them good habits, then to pick up bad habits from other people.
Fragments. Let's see, where's that? Oh, it's in that. No, we don't want to do that. X out of that. Wreck, sucker tooth, or chunks. Yeah, I guess we'll have to do the fragment. From what I saw, you don't look that much like your brother. You take better care of yourself.
No, we don't look anything alike.
Yeah, he takes better care of himself.
I would say he doesn't get stressed out as much as he doesn't stay stressed out as I do. At least I hope not. I told him about that.
It's noticeable. It's noticeable in your expressions. It's very noticeable.
Well, he is more okay. He's been more aware of his mental health than me. I just try to tough it out because of my situation. I mean, there's just no other way around it.
That's all you can do.
But I will say, you want to talk about someone that doesn't look like either of us? That's Chad. Chad, our other brother, is the one that looks nothing like us.
Never heard nor seen him, so can't really say.
Chad's one of those people, actually, I would say both of my brothers. Once you've met them in person, you won't be able to forget them. But Chad especially, so he's a whole other kind of different person.
Ah, good to know. Let's see, how did I enter this wreck before? I'm trying to remember.
But it's weird because seeing Zuzu be our freaking be the freaking social butterfly. I always thought Chad was, with as many people as he knew.
Social butterfly.
I never would have imagined. Yeah. I never would have imagined the most talkative of the three to be the oldest one. I always thought Chad would be because he used to go to college. He actually used to go to like the parties when Kentucky would win the basketball tournaments. Like they've been national champions multiple times. So
Yeah.
like he used to do all sorts of cool stuff with people, meet nice people. Like he's the fact that he knows by first name and last name some of the guys that are playing, like Steph Curry went to the University of Kentucky. He's playing for Golden State Warriors. And his dad was Del Curry that used to play at the Rec Center up here in Harrison. So it's a small world. You would be amazed how many famous people, like like some of the people that live in Chicago, they don't live too far from Steve Downs, the voice of Master Chief.
Ah.
Yeah, he lives somewhere around the Chicago area.
Mm.
Like he's even posted videos of his. He even did like an actual tour of his condo. It's really nice. I can't believe he used to live in Florida too. That's weird.
Like you said, small world.
Seems like a lot of.
This is one of the reasons why I don't like going into this wreck, because it's hard to see, hard to find your way around.
Just like nobody would imagine a little rinky-dink town like Stanton, the Statler brothers would live here, and they're one of the most internationally famous music groups ever. But to us, they're just friends.
Mm.
Like same thing as Montgomery Gentry. Like to me, Eddie's not just a famous musician. He's not just part of a famous band. He's actually just a normal guy. He's a normal guy from Danville, Kentucky.
Okay, I should keep them off my back. Let's see. Can I get something off of you, Reef back? What do you got? What do you got for me?
And unlike a lot of other famous people, Eddie and Troy always treated people the same way Bo does and everyone else. When you're a fan of theirs, you're not just a fan. They consider you a friend. And they like to party with friends. They like to have a good time and enjoy being with us. That's one thing I can give them, that they never grew out of that phase.
Hmm. Nice.
Alice Cooper's the same way. He treats people very, very nicely. But he will swear up and down. So, funny story for those who have never heard of it. So, Alice Cooper actually told this story in an interview once. He actually got to meet Elvis. And of course, Elvis was the king of rock and roll. So, I'm not sure if it was something Elvis was on. I can't really say to that. I'm not sure if it was just Elvis, but dude did have a little bit of weird mannerisms to him from all the people that met him and they actually know him. Shit, that light turned red real fast. But Alice Cooper, especially you were famous, you were up and coming musician. If Elvis wanted to meet you, your manager would come to tell you, "Hey, you're gonna go meet Elvis." So,
who says you can't scan a tiger plant?
Well, one way to skin a cat, my dad used to say. I think I got that from Granddad.
Hmm. Rich family history for sure.
You know, Granddad had something smart to say and something wise to say. But that's because both of his grandparents are very wise. They were stupidly wise. That's probably because they made a lot of mistakes being business owners way back. When you own a business, you get very wise very quickly. You go broke.
Seek fluid intake.
You have to change with the economy very quickly.
Vital signs stabilizing.
David John learned that the hard way. But no, the funny, I find this amazing that Alice Cooper still remembers this, as many famous people as he met, but I guess Elvis stood out to him. So Elvis, he goes to meet Elvis. He's got private security all around Graceland. They walk him in the door, and it's him and four other people. So Alice Cooper sits down on the stage and goes, "Hey, you must be that guy that goes on stage that snake." He's like, "Yeah." It said, "Well, it's a prop. It's not a live one." I said, "But it's like an 8-foot python." And so Elvis picks it. He said, "All right." And he said, "So," he said, "in that desk is a .38 special revolver." He said, "Once you get it out," he said, "no, once you point it at me." So at this point, he's like, Alice Cooper's just freaking out. He's like, "Okay." So he does as Elvis asks. Security guards, nobody paying any attention around, not really minding it, because whatever he said, Elvis got. That's how he was. So so Alice Cooper does exactly as Elvis asks. "What the hell are you doing? Do you not know where the road is?"
I didn't know Elvis was on the road while talking about this.
No, but I almost got hit by a van. That's nice. Because they can't figure out which lane they're in. Great job.
Okay, let's turn back on the sun. Swimming at night, never advised. Never advised, especially in the ocean.
I can not advise it, but if you're in more of like a Lake Michigan area or something, as long as you're paying attention, don't come out to the rip current. It can be very hard for itself. Yes, that's what will drag you. If you run into it, it will actually drag you out. You can't swim against it.
Yeah.
Because it's too strong. The rip currents are basically what looks like it's about little ways out from the shore, and that's what pulls you out to sea.
Let's see. No
Especially in high tide, you can't beat it. The rip currents are weaker in low tide, so you actually can, if you actually start to swim parallel to the shore, you will make it back. But if you just try to street swim against the current, you won't beat it. It's too strong.
That's
so many people drown at night. So do not do that, people. Do not do that.
Let's see about
if you get caught in it, don't swim it. Because there is people that do get caught in it every year, and they panic. The number one rule: if you get pulled out to sea, don't panic. Try to swim swim parallel to the shore. Slowly come in, because that's the only way you're going to be able to get out there if you cannot get help.
Huh?
Because you're just going to tire yourself out trying to swim straight against the current. You won't win. It's stronger than you. It doesn't look like it, but it is. And that's what fools people.
Okay, I'll just have to do some more swimming for this case. There's gotta be metal salvage around. I know there is. There usually is.
But anyway, so Alice Cooper has the gun pointed at Elvis. Within 10 seconds, Elvis literally swipes the gun out of his hand, grabs him by the wrist, throws him to the ground, and literally has a photo of his face. He's like, "You know why I did that?" He said, "I just want to show you how to disarm somebody in case you have to."
Wow.
He said that was the weirdest incident he ever had meeting Elvis. Yeah, Elvis knew karate. He was a very high degree black belt in karate.
Is it just karate, or is it also judo?
That I don't know, but Elvis was famous for saying he knew karate.
Ah.
I guess he thought he was Chuck Norris 2.0.
No. No.
I would like to see that match though, a stand-up karate match, Elvis versus Chuck Norris. That would have been awesome back in the day. Because Chuck probably would have been I think Chuck Norris is like in his 70s, I think.
70s.
So he probably would have been. I think so. Don't quote me on that, but I think so.
I won't. I will not. Okay, bunch of gasopods. Let's see what else is there here. Titanium. Run. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's see, seaweed. Okay, kelp forest. Okay, lead. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Mushroom forest. That's where we want to be.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
I left my scanner room on for Reaper Leviathans, so I should not have to worry about a Reaper Leviathan near me.
Doesn't your scanner just tell you where they're going? Is that the whole?
No. No, as a matter of fact, it doesn't. What you need is a scanner room HUD chip installed in. That way, it just hard points you towards it.
Yeah, so you don't have to go in the opposite direction. I have to go near the Reaper.
Yeah. Unless you have a stasis rifle / thermal blade. Or in my case, you could just gas them.
What do you get for killing them?
Nothing. Except for the fact they don't respawn. And trying to get resources in specific biomes, it's a blessing. You do not want these fuckers respawning. They destroy your sea mob, they destroy your prawn suit. Hell, they even destroy your cyclops. And if they bite you once, you get into like a KO animation where it kills you. Despite all that, it does not. Despite that, it does not beat a sea dragon. A sea dragon is worse. I'm not even there yet.
But you say the warpers are worse than the what you sound that worse.
Oh yeah, at the moment they are definitely worse because in the game story you're infected with the virus and the warpers eradicate anything with the virus in their system. So basically the story of this game is you have to find a way to cure yourself and then leave the planet. So I already know how to do it, actually. The only thing is, not only is it far, but I need to be prepared for it. Because what you have to do is, you need to go to the Lost River. You gotta bring either your Cyclops or your Sea Moth with you. You need food, because it's a long voyage.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen
Not only that,
decreased.
Not only that, there's also a ghost Leviathan in the said Lost River that you have to deal with. There's also crab squids, which are even potentially worse. Arguably worse, because they fire off EMPs, shutting off the power towards your vehicles, making it harder for you to breathe. Oh, of course there's a warper in this freaking forest. Why wouldn't there be? What makes warpers worse at the moment is the fact that they can warp you out of your vehicle just to attack you. And they can warp other life forms near you too. From what I read, they cannot warp Leviathans. I'm sure on a mod someone was crazy enough to add something like that.
Oh, be careful modding Subnautica because you probably work the game really.
Oh no, people have already done it. Subnautica, they call it. And their greatest, craziest monstrosity they added into the game was a gargantuan Leviathan. Can't be killed, and and the largest one is in the dead zone, the ecological dead zone.
Like somewhere you don't want to be, in general.
Yeah. You know why it's called the ecological dead zone?
Probably because everything there dies.
Call it the very edge of the crater.
So basically, that Gargantuan Leviathan is one you're never gonna.
It's in a mod, so you're not gonna likely see it in this case. You're gonna see a skeleton of it, but you're not really gonna see, like, you know. The skeleton of said Leviathan is in fact inside the Lost River, but if you end up modding the game, you will end up coming across someone who actually did create the Gargantuan Leviathan. Add new animations, like the works. And it's terrifying. That thing is terrifying as fuck. Makes the Legiacris look like a baby.
When you said that, like it. Oh God.
Oh yes.
I'm sorry, but that was funny.
I'm never intentional with these things, you know this.
No, but it's still funny. I'm sorry, it's still funny.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
That's one life lesson to any of you who want to crack jokes. Just don't try. Just don't try to be funny. Otherwise, you're gonna come off as just annoying.
I don't think so.
Because it's never happened to you. You're in the same category as me. You don't try to be funny. You just come off as funny.
Believe it or not, sometimes I try, sometimes I fail.
You try more to be random than funny. And fail.
That's not that. I'll be honest with you, that's not a try. It just is.
I don't know how I don't know what it is, but Shinro out-randoms you every time.
Shinro his identity is random.
Oh, we know. We know. That's no secret. That's no secret. Like, at all.
I don't know the random zone. That's the thing.
Literally, king of RNG in our freaking pack is this guy. God forbid he plays Smash and he picks up Game & Watch and he gets hard red 9s every single time. It won't happen, but I think it would be funny if it ever did.
I'd be willing to see him attempt that. Be like a challenge. See if anybody can out
RNG Shinro, basically.
Yep.
Neither of us. It's not going to be either of us, guaranteed. Not with our luck.
I know one person that can out.
Is it the Lemon Brothers or somebody else?
No, it's my brother at playing cards. You want to talk about the person alive? You're never going to beat his level. Never.
I wasn't even looking for this. Well, I'll be damned. That's lucky.
You are currently inside a long calcified root system.
Wait, what?
Evidence suggests it was eaten away
What?
by other life forms over many centuries to
fuck?
form these natural caves.
Wow. Huh. Well, I just found possibly the cutest life form on this planet. And I wasn't even trying.
That's saying a lot.
They're called Cuddlefishes.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they are. No, they are legitimately adorable, though, for the record. It's not even joking around. They actually are adorable. They don't attack you, but you can play with them, play fetch with them, and stuff like that. They're like a pet, basically, in the game. Funny enough, if you play the game right, you can actually take them with you when you go into space. When you're trying to leave the planet.
You will understand why.
Well, your brother is an octopi, not that far off from a cuttlefish, so what do you expect?
No, cuttlefish are something most people don't want to go near in nature, but makes me think of South Park cuttlefish.
I don't know. I thought cuttlefishes were adorable. I actually like them, like the actual cuttlefish. But these ones are actually designed to be adorable in the game. And I found a cuttlefish egg.
I've been told that you really don't want to spend a whole. I've not been told why, so I wouldn't know.
Okay, where's my battery? Okay, here we go. Okay, there we go. Now, what makes this a lucky find is the fact that cuttlefish eggs are rare. You are not going to find them anywhere else. They do not respawn. And they only spawn in specific areas. So, the inside of the tree in the South Mushroom Forest is one of the hard spawns you can get. Another one is inside the dunes. But the problem is, that specific area is not only too deep, but is surrounded by leviathans. Like, they can't make it any harder for you to get this than if they tried. Another one, I believe, is in the, I think the other one is, I don't know if it's like the Lost River. Either Lost River or the Great, or the Great Reef. In fact, I think that should be the next place I build my base towards. One Ghost Leviathan is in that reef. Possibly the biggest one outside of the ones at the ecological dead zone. I will travel there at one point or another. But yeah. Short term of what the ecological dead zone is outside of the story or any form of lore towards the Subnautica game. It's basically what happens if you reach the very border of the game with no way of going back. So, 3 large adult ghost leviathans, largest you're ever going to see, spawn. Hard spawn there. First one spawns, I think, after like 15... Actually, no. First one spawns the moment you enter the ecological dead zone. Second one spawns 15 seconds in. And then a third one spawns, I think, at 45 seconds in. And they all hard target you. They don't just spawn saying... They don't just spawn saying, "Hi, what's up? We're just going to go floating around here." No. They are actually designed to hard target you because they know that you're trying to go past the point where there's absolutely nothing there. And if you end up getting past them at some point or another, like if you kill them, which is possible, if you do end up killing them, and you keep traveling that same direction, you're going to teleport all the way back to the very beginning, to the safe shallows. And that's a hard-hitting, like, program of the game. Now then, you were saying?
Yeah, it's hard program to go. Yeah, it's hard program to go after you. But one thing I've been wondering, say they don't. So new ones don't spawn in their place.
Ghost Leviathans, or the ones in the dead. If you kill the 3 in the dead zone, no, they don't spawn in their place unless you go there again. Basically, so if you're already in the ecological dead zone, you kill them. No, they don't. They don't respawn. But if you leave and come back, I believe they do. No, they're not like Reaper Leviathans where they don't respawn. Also, I don't think Ghost Leviathans respawn either. Like the ones all over the biome. I believe the only ones that respawn are the ones in the ecological dead zone, if I remember correctly.
Well, mainly from what I understand about the way developers do spawn. If stuff doesn't respawn, then that means it's usually done by seed. Everything spawns in one go, and everything is already set from when you start the game, kind of like Resident Evil. Because the way they do Resident Evil 4, and most stuff that is already done by a seed, like Civilization as well, everything that spawns on that map will always be in that spot,
yes,
and it will not be any different. It's always supposed to spawn that way,
Yeah,
and it's always designed to do that same thing.
that's correct.
Like,
That's what Subnautica is, definitely, as far as, like, spawns go. Like, they all spawn in specific areas. It's not entirely random. Like technical parts you're trying to find, or, like, certain items. Even time capsules, they spawn random. But if you're looking at, like, creature spawns or, like, wreck spawns, they're hardwired. They're going to spawn there every time. Where you spawn in-game, like where you come across, like the drop pod. The drop pod that takes you to this planet at the very beginning of the game. Where it lands is random. So you can land near the crash zone, or you land far away from it like I did. So like, there are small tidbits here and there that are in fact random, where other tidbits are just hardwired, just like Resident Evil, like you say. So you're on the nose. You're right on the nose on that one.
Emerson, like, for some, like, take a whole map, like something like 3Kers. Most stuff is designed to where it already has, it basically picks random spawn locations where you start, and then it, as time goes on, you start to reveal more of the map, but the stuff was already pre-selected in the first place. Whereas, just like Resident Evil, some stuff is RNG, like some of you get, like, aids or stuff. There's only like 10 places in the village, but there's some that when you walk up on them, they're always just trying to spawn enemies. Because there will always be 2 chainsaw guys in there unless you don't spawn one.
Oh yeah, Shadow's favorite people.
Yeah, El Gigante will always be one of those first boss fights you do, Del Lago, because they can't put him anywhere else, the game will crash.
He's too big. He's too big. Of course he wouldn't go anywhere else without the game crashing.
It's not even just that, he literally has nowhere else to swim. Just like Salazar and Sadler. If they put them in the random spawn anywhere, the game would just crash because it wouldn't know what to do with it. The way the randomizers actually work is they're just replacing for each enemy that spawns in the game, it randomly selects by number generator what the enemy you get is. It could be anything ranging from Mendez to the Knights to the Chainsaw guys.
Oh, yeah,
even enemies from even like Super Salvador from like a mercenary spawn there. But you really don't want to do the Welcome to Hell mod where there's all Super Salvador.
That sounds like it's right up your alley.
No, I refuse. No, not without infinite ammo weapons, because he's too tanky.
It really does sound like right up your alley.
No. I would have to be bragged heavily, and I mean extra heavily, by multiple things to ever attempt that. No. No, thank you. I'm good. I like my sanity. I will take my sanity. I like it right where it is. No, thank you.
You mean like where it's not?
Yes, but I do not want to get any worse. No, thank you.
Would you rather ride a Agnactor without armor in lava than do this, basically?
Close. Not quite, but close.
So I take it that's a yes.
No, I said close, so it's not there, but you're getting in that territory. He takes 2 entire clips of the TMP ammo. 1. Every enemy spawns a Super Salvador. So imagine the village when you have 50 of them. Try doing that fresh out the gate. Good luck.
Yeah, no thank you.
You would have to literally put randomized inventory and re-roll until you spawned at the very first chance with enough money to buy one of the free weapons. And even then, you still wouldn't have enough ammo, would not have enough money to upgrade. So you would hope and pray that you get enough handgun ammo to kill him. Which you probably won't.
Okay, I got rid of it. Let's see if I have enough glass. Make myself another, like, laboratory.
I need to get some charger.
Let's see.
Oh, we're going that way.
Not the aquarium. The alien containment, that's what we want to make.
Anchor charger for it.
The alien aquarium for the cuddlefish that I can start cultivating. I don't think you can get him to breed either, if I remember correctly. I don't think you can get him to breed. Okay, gold. No silver. No sulfur. Got 2 diamonds. Quartz are very low, so most for glass. Rubies. We definitely got lead. Okay, I think we're good on that. Okay, let's take the prawn suit out for a spin.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Heard good things about that one. You used to talk about it a lot, that it was a very...
Let's take this prawn suit out for a spin.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Prawn suit, one of the best ways to travel in this game. Goes deeper than a fully upgraded Seamoth. The deepest the Seamoth can travel will be in the... basically in the Lost River.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
No, don't think it'll be necessary.
You can stay on me, alright.
See if there's any quart. See if there's any large quart deposits around here. They like to spawn in the sparse reef. And if not the sparse reef, they'll spawn in the dunes. The only problem with going to this place is the fact that it's so flippin' dark.
Thank you. You have a good one. I thought it's a good one.
And if there's one hard prospect, it's exploring dark areas. There we go. There's one.
Oh, thank you.
One
Thank
quart
you.
deposit.
Appreciate it. Y'all be safe, get home. No.
10 quart pieces required for 5 pieces of glass.
Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Okay, there's a bunch of cord on the walls. Let's see. Gotta be another one around here somewhere. Let's get the lithium deposit. Hopefully I get it all.
Come on, I'm glad going to start.
Oh, forgot about this place.
5,000 milliamp batteries use pretty good. For those of you that don't know,
I forgot.
batteries for
Especially
aftermarket controllers. Get the high rated milliamp ones.
Let's get some more titanium. Much more titanium. Lots and lots of titanium.
So, Lone, just a question. If you do end up building a large base across the multiple biomes in the crater, won't the Reaper Leviathans attack your base?
No. They won't. They'll attack you, though. When you get out of the base.
So you're basically building a safe area for you to explore the entirety of the crater. So you're building from one side to the other.
Correct.
That seems like a lot of what we're doing in Terraria.
Terraria is different because remember that the zombies can in fact break down doors.
I did not know that.
No, you do. You were there during the Crimson Blood Moons.
I don't remember the zombies knocking down the doors.
Yeah, they break through the doors.
But then again, I also, for the Crimson Blood Moon, I also was dying so much of the Harpies, I never really got to bother with the zombies.
Guaranteed we're going to be going back to Terraria eventually.
Yeah, that'll be on the game's rotation.
It is.
We have a lot of games. There's a bunch of games that are going to take time-consuming. Terraria is definitely.
For those of you who want to look at the game request list, I have the list of games on the About page on Twitch. Also, I always have the code there in the title of each stream, so that you don't have to like type it out. You can just copy and paste if you want to take a gander at it. So, I try to make the code as easy as it can be for everybody else, and as less tedious as ever.
I feel like at some point you're gonna have like an 4-button input code. We're just gonna go a letter, colon, and then 2 numbers, and then it'll be just like 1 2 1 3 1 4 1 5 or whatever to request the game list. You'll probably have it in numerical. Play as tidy as I got that feeling later.
Yeah, you're going to be helping me with that eventually.
That's part of the reason why I made the bot in the server, because I'm going to be testing bots in there. I just don't have time to do it right now. I've been messing with a little bit of them. That's why you haven't seen any new ones added yet. I'm still testing them on a personal server that I made.
Yeah, it's all good. We're both very busy individuals.
I can say one of my favorite bots so far is Tupper Bots. That's actually been really cool to mess with. It's almost like a Chat GPT style bot that allows you to do multiple different things.
Let's see what we got. Yep, got lots of quartz, lots of titanium. Let's look at the storage. Give me my quartz. All of the quartz. What bit me? Frick. Alright, where'd that little bugger go? Okay. As if I don't come equipped already.
There's no such thing as being too well equipped in a game like Subnautica.
There you are. Little nippin' bugger. One annoying thing about the grassy plateau are these. You can't see it right now. See if I can maybe pull it up here to show. See if I...
I feel like it's a shame that you don't get really any materials like other survival games
I agree.
for killing big bosses like Reaper Leviathans.
Yeah, I'd love to have like a Reaper Leviathan skull to put on my wall, or something to put on my head, or something to like design the ship to make it look more like a war vessel or something. But yeah, this annoying little bugger here, they're called biters. In specific cave areas, they like to nip at you. Get nipped enough by them, and you die from like a whole horde of them, like piranhas. Unlike piranhas, though, these guys are very annoying. I actually like piranhas.
I do not. I do not whatsoever.
Yeah, I get it, shark person. I'm not a fan of sharks. It's just shoved in my face every single time. I'm definitely more for piranhas. If I had to grab a fish to actually... If I actually could grab a fish right now to own, it would definitely be piranhas.
You would not be able to feed them enough to live.
No, not at all. It would not even be in a tank. It would be like in like a body of water. It would be in a vivarium that I would put the piranhas in.
Well, it's consequently enough. If for people that own farms, there is certain places in the world that are actually to make your own like aquarium style living area. Because there's people that have piranhas, tortoises, and stuff. They're weird like that. I'm not judging it, but I feel like that's a bit of a weird. I feel like after so much, it's a bit of a weird thing that people can choose to do. Like I'm all for about earning pets, but you gotta know your limits. Like you don't want more pets you can take care of. That's being an irresponsible owner, and that's when things get real weird.
Okay, there you go. And then... boom. I should have more than enough for said tank. I just need to grab more.
So can you
This containment
Take
unit will forever be for the gasopods. These gas puppies are going to be very useful in taking out all of the Reapers in this game.
Can you breed them?
The gasopods? Yeah. I have a full tank of them. I have a large container full of them. All you have to do is just grab one, and if you have a stasis rifle like this, you shoot the Leviathan with it to stun them or keep them in place. You go right to the Reaper's face, and you drop one of these gasopods in, and they literally get gassed to death.
That's a good way to kill them.
Yeah. I showcased that in a Facebook group. They were more concerned about the frames because, again, it was during the time where I had a far weaker computer to use than the one I currently have. Instead of the method I used to kill them.
What did you do to kill them before?
The good old stasis rifle and thermal blade hack and slash to the face. Much longer. Less satisfying. With my method, it's faster. All you have to do is just shoot the Reaper a few times and just sit there and watch as the gasopod just drops gas spores that just explode into his face. Very lethal. It can kill you even faster.
Yeah, because you're not like a giant 10-ton fish.
Yeah, with a lot of HP. Yeah. Also, I don't need any more lithium. I have too much lithium that I can handle.
Is there any way you could trade that, or if there's an alchemy system in the game?
Alchemy, yes, for quartz quartz to glass, but nothing that advanced. Remember that this is the first game of its kind. I don't know how much farther below zero takes it. I'm actually excited to see how the third game holds up. If it has like a multiplayer, a co-op.
I will probably be willing to watch you play Below Zero.
Yeah, honestly, I honestly think the void chelicerates of the ecological dead zone in that game are scarier than the freaking ghost leviathans in this game. Like hardcore. Those chelicerates, man, they're worse than Reaper leviathans in my opinion. Just by how they look. Okay, let's see what we got here. Yep. We have 8 pieces of glass. I could work with that. Okay. Now I just need to... no, probably won't be able to make it here. I guess I can build it there. I can work with that. Okay, now I just need to go grab some titanium. Let's grab titanium. What I like about these alien containment units is that you can use them like an elevator. You don't even need to make ladders. Just swim your way down and just exit from the next available hatch. It's very useful. That combined with brain coral, you don't have to worry about drowning. Okay, I think the next thing I'm going to do... I should just make a hard-made direction to the sparse reef, only because I hate traveling there. I like survival games, but not when it gets too dark. It's just so hard to navigate when it's dark.
I am not ashamed to admit I turn my gamma pre-game always.
Gamma.
Yep.
Yeah.
Makes your screen brighter.
I'm not gonna
I won't
mess
do
with that
it.
setting. You won't do it in horror games?
Well, no, simply because I feel like it's partly to take some of the experience out of it. That I can understand not doing it on, but survival games, 100% I'm doing it. I need to see what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah. I hear you.
Mark, you don't have a choice.
No. This game, it's dependent, honestly. I can go hardcore with the command panel, but I feel like that's cheating.
Command panel, what's that?
Alright, so there is in fact a control panel for this game, which will allow you to spawn whatever you want. And allow you to change things, like the time, like going to day and night, teleport to specific biomes and stuff like that. I refrain from using it, because in my opinion, I believe it's cheating.
Yes, I believe that would be as well. That would constitute
Yeah, I'm not...
taking the game with me.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Nope. Well, it almost sounds like created by Minecraft, and that's definitely cheating, 100%.
Yeah, fuck Minecraft. I refuse. I refuse to play that game. I will play games like it, but I will not play the actual game. I refuse.
I prefer Dragon Quest Builders because there's an actual story to it. According to MatPat, there actually is a story for Minecraft, but it's so long and it's so much. You almost have to watch game theory just to understand it.
Okay, there's no... Okay, what do I need for... Okay, it's just 2... Okay, I can do that. I can do that. Let's make...
Shout out to game theory, too, for doing the hard work that all of us are just really just don't want to bother to do.
It's a waste of time, but yeah, someone's going to do it eventually. That's where it stands on that one.
I don't think so, because there's always games that have a story. So there's always going to be games that have a story.
I mean, a lot of them are necessary. Others are just not. I mean, let's be honest. There are certain games where the story, people really could just care less of, honestly. Good example of that for me would be like Last Remnant. Last Remnant I like more for its mechanics. The grind mechanic, the fighting mechanic, the skirmishes. I like those more than the actual story itself because the story's ass. Like ass in the grass. Definitely not one of Square Enix's best storytelling games. Like right off the bat.
I'll tell you what's a underrated game that I played for the Xbox. Residents of Fate. A lot of people gave that game crap when it came out, but seriously, people, give that game a try. I can say I enjoyed it.
I've never heard of it, actually.
RPG
RPG Gunfighter?
Yes, whereas, you know how you do turns, you know how you have special moves for RPGs, like Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts and stuff?
Yeah.
And some of the ones that you played, the Kingdom Hearts were turn-based?
Oh, yeah.
That's basically what it is, except you actually have guns.
That's cool.
Yep. Yeah, and you have some very stylish DMC-style moves that you can do. Just not crazy, ridiculous combos like they have.
Let's see. How much titanium do I have? How much titanium
Probably enough
do I
at this
have?
point.
Yeah, I do. No, I don't. No. No. That's a lie right there. No. You never have enough titanium, Abel. If I had enough titanium, this would not be this whole session of streaming, not even just today, but like from the start of this game to where I am right now, wouldn't take as long as it would. No. Titanium you have to really hard dig for. It's just so hard. And it's not even the fact that it's hard to actually get. It will eventually. But it's the fact that they are in the hardest biomes you could ever expect. Like, Crash Zone has the most Reaper Leviathans, but it's very rich in titanium. Like, very rich. what makes it not too likely or not the easiest to actually mine is the fact that A, Reaper Leviathans, like 10 of them, possibly the most in the game, like not even a contest, like closest to the dunes in terms of how many Reaper Leviathans are in the biome. But it's also the fact that it's so dark there, it's hard to see. You can't even see the Reaper Leviathans because it's just nothing but like orange, like an orange cloudy area, basically. You have to turn like a lot of your filters off just to see in that biome. But even then, that's just cheating. I will make a base. I will have my base go that far at some point, but oh my god, that I have not even explored it because of the danger. I can deal with Reapers, but you just need to know where they are first. The crash zone, they can hard surprise you. Let's see here. Can I rotate this? Yes, I can. Let's rotate it out. Let's see. Yep, it connects. Perfect. Boom. Now that's a fine work of art. Let's see. Do I have glass? Yes, I do. I definitely have glass. What, Abel?
Said Picasso be jealous.
Never heard of him.
He's a famous artist. He does abstract art.
Oh, that's why. I'm not too big on abstract, I'm not gonna lie. Abstract, I'm not too big on.
My favorite abstract artist is MC Escher.
Let's put you right in the smack dab center. Smack dab center. Boom. Okay, all that's left now is a hatch. Gotta get quartz. Yeah. I'd spam these large rooms if not for the fact that I'd spam the large rooms if not for the fact you need a lot of titanium to make ingots. And the fact that it takes up a lot of hull. It is nice to have so much lithium though, because that increases your hull. It's also nice to have a place to grow your food. Marble melons, possibly the best food in the game. Because it gives you a good steady supply of food and H2O.
I wonder what people's obsession with watermelon smelling stuff is. The Febreze in our Walmart is literally going so fast.
I don't get it either. I don't even like watermelons in real life. It's just the texture I don't like. That's how I am with most fruits. Let's see.
Okay.
Marble melons, bulbo trees. Outside of bulbo trees, there's also lantern fruits. Lantern fruit's probably the most abundant when it comes down to consuming food. Has the least amount of H2O. And then there's Chinese potatoes that you can also eat here.
Alright, well, I'll tell you what. I bet I can change your mind about the consistency of that. Put them in fruit salad. Or put them in a smoothie. You won't even know this.
Smoothie, yes. Fruit salad, no. I am working on. I am still thinking about it. Actually, it's just other ways trying to incorporate like specific items I can't eat into my diet. It's just not the easiest thing to do. Not when you have a gag reflex.
Well, from what I've been told, never use Crisco vegetable oil because that can be a metabolism killer.
Crisco.
Now, how true that is, I'm not.
Crisco
I prefer
oil.
Yes, I've been told that that's a bad brand. If you get canola oil, that'd be better for you because it's made with real, actual stuff that oil is supposed to be made out of.
Canola. I was told otherwise about canola.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I've been trying to do my own homework on this, and
I mean,
one of the things that people don't.
I mean, Precious in the Discord mentioned something about extra virgin olive oil having digestive properties, but I've been told extra virgin is better for you.
Yes, canola is very close to, but there's actually it actually matters the polyphenol count. So if y'all have never heard of Dr. Stephen Gundry, he is probably one of the leading authorities as far as doctor goes on protein science and things you can do to better lose weight. He is probably one of the best health experts on the planet. He has I have been researching his studies a lot, and he actually seems to know what he's talking about. A lot of people disregard him because he used to have a very high profile practice. He used to be friends with the Mayo Clinic. So that's what a lot of people don't particularly care for about it. But me personally, I don't have anything against the guy. I think he's very intelligent. And the main thing he said is the higher the polyphenol oil, the more healthy it is for you to eat, and it'll help you lose weight majorly. Because one of the main causes that people don't even is leaky gut syndrome. And that will be if you eat stuff that's so bad for you constantly, you'll actually start to get holes in your intestinal lining because it's strong, but just like your teeth enamel, it can get worn down over time. And that's one of those things that can contribute to stuff like that. There's a lot of different issues that can contribute to weight gain, but your digestive tract is one of the biggest things that can help you lose weight a lot better. If you take care of your gut, then it will actually be able to digest better, and you will be actually able to completely, your physique will change as well, because it will also speed up your metabolism.
The more you know. There you go. That's a good crab snake. You can actually breed crab snakes. They actually look nice.
Get 17 on pump 3, please.
Okay. Let's see if there's any other way I can find quartz around here. Because I know for a fact they respawn on in this biome.
Oh boy. But now a lot of people, one of the things I've been also told, the best way to lose weight is to build muscle, but the problem is if you build too much at one time, then it all turns to flab if you don't take care of it.
Yeah.
So it's more of building muscle. But
Passing 100 meters.
Oh, there's another
now
salvage.
carbs aren't inherently bad. They're bad for people's body type, especially if you're like gluten allergic. For
I
those of
can
you
care
that are
less of
gluten
it.
allergic, I am so sorry.
You do have my sympathy
Well,
on
well,
that
the
one.
problem-
I do agree.
Yeah, my aunt is gluten allergic and she has to have specialized stuff. It is so bad. Because she'll actually end up in the hospital if she eats it. So, people that are gluten allergic, you have my deep.
Get over here. Nip me, will you?
I'm hoping that eventually everybody will get away from gluten in general. For people who are allergic to it. Even people like us that are allergic to it should be eaten a lot. Not good for you.
Yeah. Like I said, I could care less about it, but it's soy that's more on my end. I don't like soy, like at all.
Nobody, men in general should not be eating soy.
Yeah.
It's a metabolism killer. It's also harmful to your testosterone output.
Yeah.
That's one thing that it definitely helps people who want to lose weight.
Yeah.
If you don't have the proper amount of testosterone in your body, you won't build muscle. Nope. It's a muscle building hormone. And if you don't have your hormones in check to start with, and they're off balance and your body is not getting the proper amount of them, it's not going to be strong enough to do anything. Your muscle will deteriorate so bad.
Yeah. Glad I'm not at that point in my life. In any form. I always try to avoid it.
No, the guy that created Umzu is one of those that he almost died because of a pituitary that was keeping his body from producing hormones to keep him healthy. So, it's a real thing. And I can say I take Umzu Redwood for blood circulation. If you guys really have problems with that, try it. It's all natural ingredients. You don't need a science degree to read the ingredients.
Couldn't afford it.
You really don't.
If I wanted
It's straight
to.
up, just like Dr. Spock's. Actually, it's pretty reasonable. It's not like 50 or 60 bucks. I mean, it's not that expensive. Some supplements are, but natural supplements, no, they're not that bad. Most people have an iron deficiency. They don't even know it because there's so little parts of iron. Unless you eat liver, kidney,
You
stuff
don't
like
know
that.
when to quit, do you?
That also.
Get lost. Okay. Okay. Glad I had a health pack on me. Let's see. No, this isn't it.
I'll be glad when I'm done so I can go home.
Yeah. We could talk more about it. We could talk more about it soon. It does help. It does help as far as learning this stuff goes. Some of the stuff you speak of is out of people's reaches, so that's just something to expect.
Well, you can order you can order a lot of this stuff on either Amazon or freefluency.com. There's different places to get this stuff. I encourage people to actually get your regular supplements from your local, because most of the time your doctor will be able to tell you what you have a deficiency in, and you know where it's at, so you know how you can correct it.
It's not here. Where is that? Where is that area to the trench? Oh yeah, it's over here. I think it's it. This trench usually has a lot of quartz. Despite it being like hard protected by a freaking warper.
100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
God damn, they have to be everywhere in this crater.
What does?
A warper.
Alright, alone 30 minutes. 30 minutes and I'm done.
30 minutes, huh? Okay.
Yep.
Magnetite. I do need more magnetite. Oof. These trenches.
I'm assuming magnetite helps you build something?
Oh boy. Gotta climb up. Up, up, up. Oh yes, in fact, that is one of the key components for the status rifle. It's also used for the thermal reactors. Thermal reactors are very useful in this game, in the sense that once you get it, that's it. Once you have it installed, your base has, you don't have to worry about losing power in your base anymore.
I wish more games were like that has sustainable power source, but unfortunately, a lot of the ones that a lot of survival games don't really have a good supply to do that, or they built the game where you have to constantly resupply the power.
Okay. I don't like being in these trenches either, for the record. These trenches can in fact lead to the Blood Kelp Zone and potentially the Lost River.
Why is that bad?
2 words. Crab squids. You do not want to be near crab squids. If you do end up going near them, don't shine them. Don't flash them or anything. You shine a light near them, they'll get attracted to it and then launch an EMP to turn it off. That said, EMP shuts off the power to your vehicles, making it harder for you to breathe. You can't even move. That's why crab squids are so obnoxious.
Because as soon as they see light, they're already all over it.
Basically.
Well, I could say I know where they get the inspiration from that from.
Oh, yeah. No, it's a good concept, honestly, but you can't even, you can even get their eggs if you wanted to, but it's not even advised to do that. You release them near your base, they'll just act like regular crab squids and just damage your base. Crab snakes, they don't have that, but crab squids, yeah, you can't even keep them as pets. Or you can in, like, the alien containment, but you take them out, that's it. Yeah, keep them away from light. Otherwise, they'll just attack your base.
Yeah, they'll just go nuts.
Exactly.
Well, that's because squids are made for the dark, they don't like light, but for those of you that have never been deep sea fishing before, crabs are the most annoying pricks on the planet. Especially if you're fishing with squid. If you're fishing with raw squid, they're gonna crabs like to crawl up your line, take them off, take off your bait, and make off with it, and without you noticing as possible. And they will do it a lot. So you really have to have your finger on your line, otherwise you'll get it stolen and you won't even realize it.
Okay.
Because they're real gentle.
Yeah. God forbid. God forbid.
Well, every so often. Well, I mean, the fact is that you have to literally cut the live bait by hand, and then you have to deal with the fact that.
Yeah.
I wondered. Wow.
Okay, I should have a lot of, like... Yep, I should have a lot of, like, flora I could put in there.
Oh, good.
A violet bee seed I can definitely use. I could definitely use that. Let's see. Do I have... Oh, I can make 2 of them. Okay, I can make 2 hulls. So I'm gonna just do that. Make 2 reinforcements. 1 here. And here. Reinforcements is great. Comes in handy. Alright, let's plant the seed. Violet bee seeds.
Do 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 do.
Hey Shadow, how's it going? You are around. Well, that saved me the trouble of asking. Yeah, kind of figured you'd go about that too. In fact, he was the one who wanted me to talk to you about potentially joining the Civ game. But it was the idea of make a free slot for you while we play the duo. But then it's just like, does it hard force you to pick the character or come in as the character that already spawns in, or can you pick your own character? We had a whole conversation about that previous stream.
Meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Whenever you guys are ready, I'll jump in if you want. All right, that saves us the trouble then. So when you get back, Abel, we'll just do a trio save.
At 20-25 minutes, give about on that time, then it'll be done. Because I think it's been like almost 10 minutes since the last time I checked.
All right, fine by me then.
I'm gonna attempt to break the world record speed for freaking folding clothes if I can.
yeah, good luck with that. Oh my god, these fucking biters. I hate them.
You'd be amazed. Considering how most of it they actually go pretty fast. It's just sure to take too long.
It's a good thing I have a propulsion cannon. Propulsion cannon, very useful for dealing with little biters. Little anchor biters. Like this.
I wish more games would allow you to use a cannon as a method of travel. Like if you run out of stuff for your vehicle and like you're underwater or in a place where you could do that, just point the thing at the ground, just go flying. I think that'd be fun.
I just made it to chapter 3 about 2 hours ago. Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Probably by the time he gets done playing it this week, he'll be like chapter 6.
Which means he might be down for... Oh, what the heck?
Well, I can already tell you, most likely we're probably going to be working next week, so...
So
Friday's probably going to be a no.
That's fine. I might do a solo stream that day, or something like that.
Passing 100 meters.
I would say tell Joe in about 20 minutes I would start going through and seeing who he wants to pick as a science civ. If he wants Babylon instead to go the science route, that's fine, because there's other people we can do. As long as one of us is Korea, we're already way ahead. And if one of us is Babylon, we're already double.
Well, you already know I'm picking Korea. That's no secret. I like Korea. Did you hear that, Shadow?
You also might want to give him permission to join the channel, too.
Okay, nope. Okay, he heard. I'll give him permissions when you're ready.
Okay, that's fine.
Doesn't seem fair to have him, like, sit and wait here while in the meantime. Especially since I'm also in a solo game right now. I'm gonna peek at the civs and see who I want to use. He's gonna do it right now.
Oh, you didn't have to be in a rush. I mean, we still got like at least 20 minutes.
Yeah.
God, how time flies by these days.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because I haven't been to bed yet since yesterday.
Have you really not been sleeping?
No, I really haven't slept since yesterday.
Oh my god. Talking about one's health and you can't even manage your own. Come on, man.
No, seriously, it really hasn't bothered me that much. Believe it or not, today it's actually been really great. I've actually, believe it or not, for somebody who hasn't slept, I actually feel pretty great. Because I know I'm going to crash later tonight, and I'm going to sleep real good.
I'll be more prepared that way for when we start. Okay, that's what Shadow said in response to you, Abel.
I just need to know, because you already got your set. I have at least 3 people in mind I can go to instead of Babylon on that one.
It's definitely not. It's definitely not Napoleon. It's definitely somebody else.
No, I would not recommend Napoleon for going to a science victory. I mean, you can, but it's going to be hard.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency.
I mean, from what I understand, Rome can be a decent civ for science, but then again, they're all-rounder because they have the best swordsman unit in the game that doesn't drop off until like the industrial era.
Jelly Shroom Cave.
Because they get the Legionnaire.
Definitely one of my favorite biomes is the Jelly Shrooms. But not my entirely favorite.
I mainly want to take the really tough. Really tough to beat civs, as many of them as we can off the map as far as science goes. That way we have the edge.
Okay. Cuddlefish is incubating. Can't believe I found it. I can't believe I found that cuddlefish without even trying. Honestly, cuttlefishes are hard to find. You have to actually remember where they spawn in order to get them.
Right?
It's just like how you're trying to remember where everything is in Resident Evil. It's the same way with these cuttlefish.
Oh, I don't remember where everything is. It's not really the way.
It's not even
really...
you. It's not even you doing the robot now. It's just you malfunctioning. Like you're staticking a bit. Oh yeah, I forgot about the brain coral. I can just harvest some brain coral. Come here. Okay, I need some brain coral. Okay, I need to... Okay, let's put a brain coral in here. Let's see, what else is there? What else can I prepare in this thing?
That's a good question.
There's so much flora you can actually experiment with in these alien containment units. It's actually quite pretty. The luminescent kelp vines especially are something you don't want to mess with because they'll just blind your eyes. You want to use those. You just want to use one. One is really all you need. Otherwise, it'll blind you. grab one of those.
From what I understand, Arabia can pull off any victory. Rome can pull off any victory.
How would you do as Rome?
Huh?
How would you do as Rome? Is my question to you.
Well, I'll probably end up playing Rome at some point.
Because I do want to play Rome on a later difficulty for domination. Because you did say they are great for domination.
Well, I mean, they get the best swordsman unit in the game. It's the best. It was one of the best defensive units in the game. That also doubles as workers, so you don't need as many workers, especially because they can build roads and forts. So you literally have shield infantry that can literally just build forts. You couldn't ask for more.
Let's see.
And especially since they're so strong, they don't drop off till industrial era when the even musket men had trouble with them.
Ice stock.
Believe it or not.
Let's see.
They have almost 20 attack.
Creepvine
Our
Sea
combat strength
Cluster
20.
and ice stocks. That'll do nicely.
Because I think the swordsmen have like 17, 18 strength, no promotion. So you get them with drill and cover, and they're just gonna sit there, sit down, Battle of the Five Armies style, and you're not gonna budge. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Perfect. That should do nicely for this little guy.
Okay.
I'm leaning towards
I'm going-
Liam, Pakal, or Casimir.
Casimir's good no matter what.
Very true. The best character in Civ 5 for a reason.
I think it's Arabia.
I honestly think it's Casimir. I think Arabia is number 2. Like, second place. Fuck Arabia.
Well, the
though,
only reason
in the game, anyway. Can't believe how busted they are.
The reason I don't like Arabia is because I automatically get. That's one point. They automatically get a unique building. You can almost ignore their bonuses. It really doesn't, because they get one of the best cavalry units in the game.
Put a sock in a computer.
What happened?
Seek fluid intake. Seek fluid intake immediately. Yeah, I already know I need to take fluids. You think Raft has the food and drink thing. Subnautica also has that. It's why going to the island like really early in the game is just heavily advised. Just heavily advised. Because you're stuck eating fish and drinking filtered water for a good portion of the game. Until you go to that island. And you won't know where it is unless you look it up. Or unless you get like the sunbeam notification. Funny enough, that's actually the most rewatched modded scene of Subnautica yet. And that was when the sunbeam got taken down by the gargantuan Leviathan from the Dead Zone. Talk about crazy.
What is the sunbeam?
It's a ship.
And a Reaper Leviathan just grabs this thing and...
A gargantuan Leviathan in Subnautica. I recommend looking it up if you're that curious, honestly, because I could not... It's so huge. It's big enough to take out your freaking Cyclops, and it's a submarine, the Cyclops.
Reaper Leviathans aren't enough to take out your Cyclops?
Oh no, they'll attack and destroy your Cyclops, yeah, but to grab it, no. They can grab your prawn suit and your sea moth because they're smaller. But something as big as a cyclops, yeah, you're talking about freaking a gargantuan leviathan just literally biting into it. Their roar can actually break the sea moth. That's how powerful that you can't kill it. That's how powerful it is. There's a kill animation too when you just get next to it. There's no warning. You have to be in a vehicle to even approach it. But even then, it's just ill-advised because it'll just kill you. Like literally the strongest alien life form / leviathan in the game for a reason. Like top of the food chain.
Basically, Spinosaurus versus T-Rex, and T-Rex doesn't win that fight. Bing.
That's a lie, by the way. That's Jurassic Park 3, and that movie sucked for a reason.
I know, but I meant, let alone at this point, if anybody hasn't seen Jurassic 3, you know what the reference is not for them to begin with. The movie's so old, I don't think there's any.
I'm sure there's some people who watch Jurassic Park in here. It's a great movie series. It does better than Jurassic World did. And I heard the final Jurassic World movie sucked. Like worse than Fallen Kingdom.
I feel like they started to focus too much on the human element, not enough on the dinosaurs.
That's the problem with Jurassic Park, and the fact that it was more oriented towards the dinosaurs than the humans. That's the thing.
Oh yeah. But I mean, I feel like, well, the fact is, like, people don't. I hate when people in motion pictures get the idea, oh, let's just make a movie. No, stop. Two things right off the bat. Number one, you need to think about what kind of movie you're making and what your end goal is, for starters. That's number one. And here's why.
Let's see. Yep, I got enough glass.
Because at the end of the day, you need to have a concept for your movie, and you're gonna have. And if it's based off a book, you need to stop right there and go, okay, what parts can we cut out?
Ooh.
What parts can we leave?
It hatched.
Does this movie make sense if we cut these bits out? If the answer is no, stop right there. Because a movie, they're called motion pictures for a reason. They're supposed to tell a story. If there is no point to the movie, not as many people are going to enjoy unless they just enjoy nonsense. Like I'll give the Rabbids movie that.
Trolls 2 was nothing but nonsense, and it's labeled one of the worst movies ever made.
Yeah, but the question is it popular? Did it produce money?
For the wrong reasons.
That's the next thing.
For the wrong reasons.
Well, yes, but at the end of the day, that's what keeps a movie series going. If people don't go to watch your shit, doesn't matter what you do.
Come on, scan. Come on. There you go. The cuttlefish. Small gray-colored herbivores, the cuttlefish displays high levels of intelligence, curiosity, and attachment. Strangely, this species has not been encountered in the wild, and the scanned specimen had to be artificially hatched within an alien containment unit. Huh. Interesting. Life cycle. Absence of wild specimens. Little can be known for certain about the cuttlefish's life cycle. It is possible that environmental conditions have changed, forcing the species to the edge of extinction and leaving its eggs in a permanent stasis. Ooh. It is also possible the cuttlefish has been genetically altered or even imported to 4546b from another world. Fascinating. Behavior. We do not know the cuttlefish is an herbivore. We do know that the cuttlefish is an herbivore which displays highly social behavior in its interspecies interactions, as was observed in Earth dolphins before their extinction. This creature seems to understand the concept of other minds, the prime indicator of true sentience, and attempts to communicate with a series of chirps and chirps. Oh, that sounds relatable. Interaction. Evidence suggests the cuttlefish is capable of understanding and following simple commands in addition to assessing the emotional state of individuals around it and responding in kind. Assessment. Emotional connections between living creatures is an essential component of psychological health. Oh. Right.
That's damn weird. I wonder if the cuttlefish are really like that in person, because I've heard you're not supposed to go near them.
Yeah, this is a different cuttlefish, Abel. This is not the cuttlefish you see in real life. It's an alien. Remember that this is not Earth, Abel. For Subnautica, it's a different galaxy. A different world entirely.
I hope your clothes are going to be done soon.
Now that you're back, Azula, did you see the cuttlefish? Setting up a printer and cooking. This is a cuttlefish, by the way. This little guy right here. It is said to be the cutest life form in Subnautica, period. Funny enough. And it's a very rare species.
Okay, 5 minutes. Can't wait.
The eggs being in permanent stasis because of the environment. What a concept.
It's no different than Las Plagas. I want to see. I want to watch.
Oh my god! You brought this up. I saw that too, and it's what is Netflix thinking? They got. Oh my god! Netflix added the other 3 legendary Godzilla films. It immediately took them down, and now they're adding the original Legendary's 2014 version to Netflix. What are they thinking? What is Netflix thinking when they did that? What was their mind? What was their mind process when they decided to do that? Like, seriously. What a stupid move. You're gonna add more Godzilla films into the mix. Expect a long license to keep them there. Don't just add them in there and it's just like, oh, okay, we'll just take them out after a select time frame.
Well, Lone, I'm going to have to stop you there because it also has something to do with if one of the people that are in the movies has a contractual issue that can also rise. There are several legal things that...
That's why you ask beforehand. That's why you don't jump the gun when something like that comes up.
Well, I feel like that there's some... Well, do remember that's also got property. So Toho might have had an issue with there's Godzilla. I'm not sure.
That makes no sense since it's Legendary's version that they're using. And Toho had a license with them for the longest time.
Right. Like I said, I don't know what could have caused it. But I do know that there's a lot of leaks when you... A renting service or a streaming service that's renting shit from people. You do realize that at some point you start to begin to not...
Biggest mistake
ever,
killing off Bryan Cranston, one of the best actors to ever exist. Biggest mistake they ever made. If he were in the sequels, it would have been even better. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
There's no place for him in the sequels. That's the problem.
No, if you really want to make the Godzilla films better for Legendary, stop focusing on the human element.
Yep.
Just stop focusing on the human element if you're trying to... I mean, I get what Legendary's trying to do with Godzilla. It's just that the problem was the execution. What made King of the Monsters a fun movie to watch, one I'd happily rewatch, mind you, is the fact that the monster fights were amazing. Depictions of King Ghidorah and Mothra were great. Like the execution of the monsters was amazing, but the human element, who gives a fuck? Like, seriously. Yes, they're trying to settle things with King Ghidorah, but no one cares about a dying marriage, like custody of one's dog. Nobody cares about that in a monster movie. What made -1 better was the fact that it all connected, it all tied in, is the thing. The entirety of the story of -1, it tied in so well, which is why Toho will forever be better with the human element of things when it comes down to Godzilla films than Legendary. Monarch I have not seen. I wouldn't mind watching the Monarch Project or Project Monarch, because I heard it was really good, but yeah.
A lot of people already don't like it, but I can already say that. So the Godzilla.
You're skipping a lot, Abel.
Do I have these? Why the hell do I even have these damn things in it? I'm getting tired of having headphones that don't work, because it seems like no matter what I stupid phone, it doesn't work.
It's not even the... it's the microphone, man. What's wrong with the microphone of your headset that's making it such a problem?
I'm using wireless earbuds. Every set of wireless earbuds that I doesn't work. And it randomly cuts off every so often. And I don't know why this phone hates them that much. This is the first phone I've had this problem with.
Oh.
No.
Well, at least you have a better phone. Compared to somebody else, you know.
Well, I'm going to be getting Cody's Galaxy. I will have a better one soon.
But yeah. My point still stands as far as my comparison between Legendary and Toho's depictions of Godzilla. Neither are bad. I still think Toho's better, but I will happily Godzilla x Kong, I'm 100% going to sit down and watch that when it comes out. I'm definitely going to sit down and watch it because I'm interested. Just don't screw things up. Just don't screw things up. We both know what we're talking about. I don't even have to say it. Just don't screw things up.
Well, you're having unreasonable expectations for people who don't know how to do a monster movie correctly, because I can tell you, Legendary is only going to do it so close to Toho's brand. If you're expecting that, that's the opposite of what they should do.
No.
Because if the fact they start copying Toho, then it's going to be...
No. Not even. I'm not even saying it like that. That's the misunderstanding part.
Right, but some people will take that. But that's what I'm saying. It's like that's the problem with some people. They think that they should be copying Toho.
They're not.
No, the problem is Legendary has their own formula, and Monsters of Monarch should be its own thing, and it needs to find its own flavor. And the problem is Toho set just saw a large bar. People need to stop comparing the two, because one's never going to be as good as the other. Period. Toho's been doing it too long.
According to Legendary, they're getting like inspiration from the Showa era of Godzilla, which I think is a good idea. The Showa era was fascinating as far as it goes, but they're not trying to quote unquote copy it to a T. Given the fact that there are new monsters in Godzilla X Kong that we're expecting as far as antagonists go. Funny enough, though, it looks like they're going some kind of Planet of the Apes thing involving Kong, which I'm still questioning a bit.
I don't, because I could see... Here's what I see in the future that could be a possibility. If they're going to go that route, team Godzilla and Kong up as a duo, instead of fighting each other in more movies, have Godzilla's Kong bring in his own army from the planet that he's, the Titan planet.
Yeah.
Have him be part of it, and have somebody worse than Ghidorah show. Invent.
Worse than Ghidorah would be, the only monster I could see that would be worse than Ghidorah that's already a thing would be Destroyer. Or Destroya. And they could, in fact, do that, because they did set up for it in King of the Monsters.
Right. What I could see is bring Destroya in, revive Ghidorah somehow in a much worse form. Get him to mutate into a much worse form that nobody's ever that has brain.
Oh, yeah.
Got a copy of him.
Like turn
And
Ghidorah
then-
into fucking Orochi or something. Jesus Christ.
Why not? A nine-headed Hydra dragon of evil? Why not?
I mean, it works, because remember, in the movie, it showed Ghidorah growing his heads back. So him growing more heads after, like, being cloned or something. But I highly doubt they're going to do that, because the last remaining head of Ghidorah was, in fact, used for Mechagodzilla's creation. I still thought it was a stupid idea.
Or, here's one better. Make Ghidorah able to reproduce a second. So then there's a whole fucking army of them.
That would make that would make Ghidorah very menacing. Yeah, that would definitely take the cake. Okay, sorry,
Yes.
I'm not paying attention too much to chat. The issue with his wires earbud is because they are made to work with Galaxy phones. Sometimes quality outside of intended device can vary. I'm sure he will argue with me, but I know what I'm talking about, and he knows this. That's your brother, basically, saying that.
I'm at the point where my patience is up with this Motorola. Bro, it's not just the Samsung. It's every freaking set of earbuds. Every single one. It's not just these. None work with this phone. None that I have. Not the wireless Sony one. Not the Skull Candy one.
Skull Candy sucks, period, for the record.
I don't agree with that because they're wired. I have their earbuds and I like them. They're actually good. They don't last worth crap.
Motorola was not made to use with earbuds. That's what Shadow says.
Well, it's gonna keep doing it until I get the new phone, unfortunately. Hopefully that'll fix it.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of ideas we could think of as far as what Legendary can do. I'm not expecting them to do anything like Toho, not at all. I'm just expecting like them to, you know, they're already using or incorporating ideas from said brand to further extend it. But I'm just saying, they should try to improve upon it.
I feel like if they should go their own path and find their own way.
That's basically what I'm saying. That's basically what I'm saying, Abel. Yeah. I mean, it's not like every era of Godzilla for Toho made good ideas either.
Most of them. There's not many names that are bad.
I can already list like 3 from each era as far as mistakes they've made. Like first one from the Showa era, Godzilla's Revenge. Like the entirety of the movie was the big mistake. If you're trying to make a Godzilla movie suited for kids and bring up the awareness of bullying, it's gotta be executed better, honestly.
Is that the one where they're already on Monster Island and it's mostly about Godzuki and Godzilla stopping it from being picked on?
It was a kid who apparently dreamed of Milla, the son of Godzilla, and apparently the entire movie is basically him and Milla exploring Monster Island and watching Godzilla basically, while in turn with Milla being bullied by a larger monster named Gabara. It also doesn't help that Milla talked in the film, And it also doesn't help that not only that, it like more than 25% of the movie was nothing but stock footage from the other Showa films.
That's the one point about the movie that I can give you, the stock films. The rest of it, I really didn't mind it. I actually found that one to be entertaining because it's something that I could just be lazy and watch. And just be in my nothing box.
I will
and
say,
for those of you that don't know what the nothing box is, you really should spend more time on there because it's nice to just sit down and think of nothing.
I have been there. I have been there sometimes. Unfortunately for me, I have to be in stasis for it to work.
That's every guy, I think. Don't quote me to that, but that's my personal opinion. I think every guy has to be in stasis.
Shadow and Azula will forever disagree with you on that one, just because. Just because.
It's my brother. If he doesn't disagree with me at least once a day, I'll question him where his evil twin placed him.
Evil twin.
If we don't at least have one agreement, I'm going to swear he's been abducted by aliens in this debate.
Hey. Disagree with the fact that you need to have you need to be in stasis in order to be in a nothing box. Basically.
Joe, might want to get the game booted up.
Why are you back?
I'm headed home now.
Alright, give me a sec. I don't know what that is, so yeah, maybe. Lol. Yeah, I mean, you guys disagree with each other for kicks. It's never like that though. I just think it's funny.
Certain things I disagree with him on principle, some things I disagree with just to disagree with them, so you're not wrong. Some things I disagree on personal opinion though. But more likely than not, the sad part of it is that as much as I disagree with him and Chad both, I feel like I need to.
Your brother's right on other. Your brother's right on a couple of things, though. I'm gonna have to give him that.
Well, I know my tech, I know my video games, and I know several other things that I don't ever bring up, but it is what it is. I don't know everything, but
nobody does.
Am fully.
Nobody does.
I will say I love history. That's one of my biggest things because I actually love taking inspiration from moves in history. To this day, for people who do not know, the legendary strategist Zhuge Liang from.
How many do I have?
To this day, infantry countries that have infantry still use some of his tactics, just modernized today. So the man was a genius, and some of his strategies are still used today. I know at least one or two countries still use the 9 gates formation that Sauron came up with. It's still used to this day. I cannot remember the countries who do. They are.
To continue the disagreements that I was bringing up earlier, though, I will say. Yeah, I know you're very historical. I mean, just watching you guys play Three Kingdoms, especially, and all the other times we played Civ, it very much shows, man. You don't have to go too big on detail on that one. It truly shows. And
well, the fact that one of the things I decided to do to celebrate Women's History Month is I actually gave out especially on my social media profiles, people would not believe what women have accomplished as a workforce from World War II. Because most of our men had already been drafted. Our women workforce literally built us out of World War II. A lot of people say we fought our way out. No, our men could fight our way out along with Britain and France, what was left of them after they got taken over Germany, because of the fact is, we built aircraft carriers. Our women workforce did that. They built 2 bombers a month. So the Germans could shoot down 100 bombers out of the sky if they wanted to. 200 will be in the sky next week. And there's nothing they could do about it. You can't beat a manufacturing machine that we had it down to a science so well. They could not could not manufacture to the point of, like, the American manufacturing machine, the quality of products we used to build here used to be absolutely insane. That very few people to this day still make the same level of quality up. And that's not my opinion, that's an actual factual statement. Because there are still things that were built 50, 40, 30 years ago by us that to this day still work as intended and need very little maintenance.
Shoutouts to Women's History Month, by the way. Shoutouts to Women's History Month.
Yep.
Shoutouts to that.
I mean, that's
where would society be without women, especially? Where would we be without women?
Dead, because there wouldn't be no babies.
It's not even that. It's not even that, man. It's not even that. There's more to women than that, honestly.
Yes, but the fact is that they are emotionally intelligent. They're emotionally intelligent people. They know how people work. They get people. They get their feelings. They get how they think. They get how they understand. Women understand a lot more on a subconscious level than men do. That is something that baffles my mind. They can do feats of strength because of their
They can take more pain than a male, possibly. Like, honestly. The amount of pain one can take, especially. There's only so much pain one can take over the other. Like, seriously.
I would say probably, I hate to say this, but having a mother and father figure is a much more structured home, because there is things men just will never understand when it comes to raising children.
Never.
There's things they just never understand.
Never.
And it is amazing to see a real mother figure. I didn't have one, so I am happy for those who do.
Must you bring that up, Shadow? Must you bring that up in a conversation like this?
I don't know what he said, but if he said Judy's a gorilla from the village into the mist, then she is correct.
No, got nothing to do with that. And I agree, Azula. I do agree, Azula. Women are, in fact, the backbone of the world. No other argument. I do agree with that. Definitely. What Shadow said was, what about a mega strong female fighter boss in Street Fighter? Like, why even bring that up in this conversation?
Because apparently he met Miss Dominatrix that beat his collective ass, I guess.
Oh my god. Why even bring that up? It's so funny.
I will say, though, for those of you who don't know, Betty White even served in the U.S. Army. She served in the military, too. So she is one of the most decorated, and she is one of my favorite people. Because genuinely kind person, famous, did not let it go to her head, said some outrageous things that were just funny, and did not care what people thought. Because she expressed the opinion that people need to be themselves. So, in my opinion, Betty White is my top 5 favorite people.
I still thought it was funny, Shadow, that you brought that up. That is still funny, though, overall.
I am happy that the United States, that for all the problems that it has one of the strongest women population, one of the most determined, one of the most absolutely strong-willed women's population on the planet, and I could not be more happy for that.
As am I.
Because if we didn't have strong women to help improve, like, I'll be honest, the amount of unbelievable, larger than life big shoes to fill generation is dying. The things that the generation of people that built these great big things, did these impressive feats, have set the standards for people that we definitely have fallen short of. There's no doubt in my mind about that. But if we still didn't have those women around today, we would be lost. As a society, we would be lost. Because
Guaranteed.
they set the standards. They set the standards for their partners. They set standards for their children. They set standards for their society. And us as men, when we find a suitable partner that we can help support and help be a true partnership with, it is amazing to see what we become. But we don't get that without that proper partner. So that's why I'm a firm believer in kings don't drop their crown and make queens, because they're
Something for the Monster Hunter Tried slash 3U modders out there. If either of you are going to do more underwater battles as far as modding goes, mod this guy into the game. Mod this guy in the game for someone to hunt in 3U or Try. I'd like to see someone mod this guy into the game, like right here. Imagine fighting this thing. Imagine fighting this thing in a Monster Hunter game. Imagine it. This guy right here. What an ear piercer of a roar. The sea dragon would do better, since they eat these things. According to Subnautica lore, the sea dragon in fact does eat Reaper Leviathans.
Why does it eat them? Why does it need to eat them?
Because they're huge, for starters.
Complaining the Reaper Leviathans deserve to die, but still.
Have you even seen what they look like, man? Those fucking Reaper Leviathans.
No. No, I haven't really been able to look at the stream, but
Not even the stream, just Subnautica in general, as far as what the creature looks like. Oh, come on, get inside. There you go. It's a good thing I have a good scanner room here, allowing me to peek at where the Reaper Leviathans are. According to what I looked up, the best place for a scanner room is, in fact, the dunes. And the crash zone. More so the dunes, because there's no stalkers. There's no stalker fish. Stalkerfishes love to mess with metal. In fact, I made a side episode short on just giving my on just showing off my stalker tooth farm. Because what you do is you grab metal salvage, you show it to a stalker fish, you drop it for them to grab. You have multiple stalkerfish grabbing the same thing, and then while they're doing that, their teeth start to fall out. And you collect the teeth to create an emerald glass with. Unfortunately, same can be said about
glass.
Unfortunately, the same can be said about same thing can in fact be said about, like, they can grab your cameras. They can grab these portable cameras in the scanner rooms, and they can take them to God knows where. They can even destroy them. That's why you don't build a scanner room near them, because they'll just take the cameras from the scanner rooms and just take them to God knows where. You do not want that.
So you can't even build those scanners in the biomes without the stalkerfish finding it, basically.
Yeah, basically. So never make them in the kelp forests. Blood kelp, no, definitely not blood kelp because of the crab squids. Curious Shadow? Let me show you. Let me show you the in-depth work I have done to this base, as a matter of fact. The end goal of this base alone is to have it cover the entirety of the crater. Kind of like a world tree kind of thing I'm trying to work on with this game. So, where do I start here? Because this is like a multi-stream thing. I think it was like... I think I did like multiple VODs on the production of this base. Yeah, basically that. Yeah, you get it, Shadow, you get it. So, I started out here. Then from there, made the first moon pool for my sea moth. Greenhouse right here for all the plant life for me to eat and cultivate. Marble melons being the best of them because they provide you the most amount of H2O and carbs per calorie intake. Then I built this double large room for my bed and stuff, as well as the alien containment unit for the gasopods that I'm going to use to gas every single fucking Leviathan I find. Well, Ghost Leviathans, if they fuck with me. Reapers, 100% going to be on the kill list. That's how annoying Reaper Leviathans are. You can't even start in the game with, like, trying to get to the Aurora without dealing with them. Your first ever Seamoth that you can't get back, you get out of the Seamoth and the Reaper grabs it, it's an instant destruction, basically. It's insane how annoying Reaper Leviathans are early game. You need a freaking stasis rifle for it to work. So, this is the said curvy hallway that I have created. So, the purpose of this hallway is to have it extend out diagonally so I can have the pathway go completely towards the dunes. One of the dangerous biomes in the game, mind you, because the dunes has the second largest amount of Reaper Leviathans in the biome itself. Not Underworld's intention either. Not their intent either. It was initially supposed to be, I think, like for like landworms or something. Some kind of large alien worms, I think, for the dunes. But the curvy hallway is to like go diagonal, go to here, and then this tube right here goes all the way to the dunes. I'm gonna have to go for air for a sec. But yeah. Look at how far this tube goes. It's crazy. I can't even get rid of this either. It's glitched. So, this actually I can't do anything with. This tube goes all the way down here. Like, all the way down to here. And at the very bottom are these thermal vents right over here. This is the thermal reactor you want to build so that you can have unlimited power going to your base, basically. You build one of these, you don't have to worry about power for a while. So this is my other way, or other means, to actually go into the dunes, because I built too far up.
These cables are very, very strong, too.
And then I think where I finished off with the dunes, I think for now anyway, we're definitely going to do more as far as building into the dunes go. I gotta tread carefully because there's a Reaper Leviathan, like, literally below me.
Oh.
No, there's a reason why you want to stay or clear of these things. So, scanner room here, large container room here.
I'm
gonna back up so I don't have to fight that damn thing.
Well, this core can also work for that too.
What don't work? It's why I need.
That shit was a block.
But yeah, this is my current progress with my base so far as production goes. I think my next adventure is definitely going to be building the base towards like the sparse reef, so I can have an easier time going to and from. The sparse reef is so annoying to go through, primarily because it's just so dark over there. But it's one of the key places you can go for quartz. Quartz are used for glass. I believe I'm going to have this passageway here go all the way to the Grand Reef. Let's see. I'm going to have one go to the Mushroom Forest here. I think after I cover this entire area here. Let's see, there's Sparse Reef, Sea Treader's Path, Dunes, which I already have, Grand Reef. There is actually a map I think someone in the community created for said occasion, as a matter of fact, that I've been following. It's actually very accurate because the map is hardwired. It's not random. These gassy wonders will be my key to taking out every Ripper Leviathan in this game. Okay, I gotta get more titanium in this case so I can build outward. Spamming these large rooms is not advised because it damages the hull. And you need a lot of titanium to make this work. Gotta make plasteel in order to make this place here.
Do you have to build onto your sub, or are you building onto the base?
This is to the base. This whole thing is one base. There's no multiple bases. It's just one big base. One that allows you to traverse to every biome in the game. That's the end goal of this. So far I've covered the kelp forest, the grassy plateau, and the dunes. Well, I reached the dunes.
How many more biomes do you have?
Oh, there's a lot.
Stun them.
One in particular I have to build upward to, as a matter of fact, because it's a floating island.
Ooh.
A literal floating island that was created by a large mass. Like, the entire thing holding up the island is a creature.
How do you get the wrapping out of it? Oh, so you say this cord will fit in here? Yeah.
So you're home, Abel?
Now, I'm going to tell you now, that charges the phone fast. Very fast. It's a 5-amp charger. It's not like my 2-amp one.
Okay, he's talking to his family.
No problem.
I don't want to have to deafen. I'm going to assume that Abel is like almost ready, basically, just minutes from his computer.
My computer's already on.
Alright, so you're already... Okay. So in that case, I can just save my progress and then go about booting the game and getting Shadow in here. Works for me.
Good to know Motorola's not Maple.
Yeah, it's not. According to Shadow, it's not.
Well, I believe him and my brother because they're very knowledgeable.
Also, Azula, you're not an idiot. Come on. I don't get the stigma for some of you in my pack who think they're not as smart as they think they are. You don't know your true strengths. You don't know where your potential lies. That's the real problem. It's got nothing to do with it. It's got absolutely nothing to do with it, honestly.
I disagree with that one about me because I know very quickly where my strengths and weaknesses are.
Because
So
you're
I'm not really
more
being given-
because you're more aware of them. That's the thing. You're more aware of where you stand, just like me.
Well, I have to learn.
You know where your weaknesses are and what you need to do to work on them. It's the amount of effort you want to put into actually trying to fix it is what makes you the better person. And that's what makes you that's what makes you not an idiot. It's what makes you smart. It's what makes you a genius.
I wouldn't say that. I would say Cody isn't smart. That's
Okay.
gonna be me and him. Because I'm not as smart as he is. And
There are
I
levels,
wish he
Abel.
would look him.
There are levels, Abel. That's the thing. We both know this.